In a time when the world was ruled by fire and ash, there was a name feared even by the gods, Ember Stalker. Not born but forged in the deepest crevice of the volcanic rift of Cael'Zhar, he emerged from molten stone, his skin a tapestry of coal and ember. Cloaked in charred black robes, his eyes glowed like twin furnaces, and from his hands danced rings of eternal flame. He was no man nor demon, he was retribution incarnate. The Ember Stalker was not a soldier of chaos, but a hunter of sins. His presence signaled the end for those who betrayed the sacred flame. The Crimson Conclave, a cabal of corrupted pyromancers, had defiled the elemental pacts and turned the world's fire against itself. They drained volcanoes to fuel war machines, turned sacred flame into plague, and waged war on the balance of nature. The Ember Stalker, silent and unseen, began a ruthless campaign. His targets never saw him approach, only the searing light before the end. Villages once cursed with living fire were freed in a single night. Firestorms that plagued cities ceased when his shadow passed through. But this vengeance came at a cost. Each life taken by Ember fed the inferno within him. His body blackened further. His humanity, already faint, began to flicker like a dying flame. Years passed. The Ember Stalker became myth, then legend, then terror. He tracked the scattered remnants of the Crimson Conclave across the broken continents. In the ruins of Theramar, he silenced the infernal bishop beneath the burning moons. In the Ashfang Peaks, he shattered the pyre giant Malzor with a ring of hellfire so intense it turned stone to ash. And in the glassed wastelands of Vindre, he walked through atomic flame unharmed, his embers devouring radiation like wine. But the Conclave's leader, the sovereign of sparks, remained, hidden behind a fortress fueled by the captured soul of a fire god. To reach him, the Ember Stalker crossed the realm of cinder echoes, where time burns slower and memory turns to smoke. There he faced shades of his past, burning illusions of what he once was. Still, he did not falter. His flames roared not with rage but with purpose. At the gates of the Obsidian Keep, armies of flame-forged golems rose against him. He danced between their strikes, reducing them to molten pools. As he breached the inner sanctum, he summoned a pyre storm from his very soul, a spiral of fire that tore through arcane walls and broke the chains that bound the fire god. The sovereign, desperate and mad, unleashed apocalyptic magic. But the Ember Stalker, unblinking, became the storm. The sovereign's fortress lay in ruins, rivers of flame drying into black glass. The chained fire gods now. The sovereign's fortress lay in ruins, rivers of flame drying into black glass. The chained fire gods now. In silence, the weight of vengeance complete but hollow. Around him, the ashes of the conclave scattered into the air like snowflakes from hell. The world felt different, quieter, lighter, but in his heart there was no peace, only still burning embers of purpose. He had been forged for revenge, but now that the fire had been quenched, what was left? The people of the reclaimed lands built shrines to him. They praised him as a god, though he never once spoke. Songs were sung of the hooded phantom who freed the flame, but none truly knew the weight he bore. In hidden places he wandered, through scorched plains and reborn, forests, through abandoned ruins and glowing caverns, not to fight but to listen, to the world he helped save, now pulsing with new life. Yet everywhere he went, fire followed. It was not destruction but remembrance, a flower of flame in a cold world. Decades passed, the world healed, forests grew where flame once ruled, magic rekindled without corruption. But in the farthest reaches of the world, where volcanoes still simmered and ancient flame spirits whispered, some said they saw him. A figure cloaked in cinder, watching, waiting. The Ember Stalker had not perished. He had become something eternal, not flesh, not flame, but a sentinel of balance. When fire was misused, when greed sparked wild infernos, he would return. No banners, no warnings, just the flicker of light in shadow and the soft hiss of ash on stone. His legend endured, not in books, but in the cautious choices of those who learned from fire's pain. Across the realm, black statues bearing his hooded visage marked the borders of sacred, flame zones, places where no forge could be built, no warfire summoned. They were not prisons, but promises. For fire, the Ember Stalker believed, was never meant to be a weapon. It was a whisper of creation, not destruction. And so he remained, a myth walking silently through history, ensuring the world never forgot what it once burned to learn.